Hi. I don't even know how to begin this. Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a spread for the new year, just kind of taking a look back at the year and seeing what is to come for 2024. I'm Haley. You will get guest appearances from my cat Luke and Leia Sue. They are running around here. We have a tuxedo and a tortoiseshell. If you don't like cats, sorry. Here we are. I got this spread from labyrinths.co. I will link the website down below just so that you have access to it too. Typically speaking, I use this book like no other for my spreads. There's a lot of different ones that you can kind of reference in here between 2-card spread and 10-card spreads, but today we're going to do an 8-card spread. So it looks like there are 3 up top, 4 on the bottom, and 1 in the center. This is New Year's planning. Last year's major lesson is going to be card number 1. Again, I have my guided tarot card here with me to kind of help interpret some of these cards. I'm no expert by any means, but I do feel like reading cards has really helped me kind of understand like where I am in the process and just like kind of reevaluate like how things are going. All right, Luke, are we ready for this first one? Last year's major lesson. The moon. And it is upside down, my friends. Upside down. This is a wonderful card. So far, anytime you draw, you want to ask yourself, how does this make me feel? What kind of vibes am I getting from this card? I personally think it's a good card because a lot of light comes from darkness, and that is my initial thought when I see moon. The reverse key meanings, it says bypassing difficulties, refusing to acknowledge the truth. The reverse moon in your reading may point to a refusal to acknowledge the truth, a resistance to look deeper when your intuition has been asking you to do so. It may also point to overcoming self-deception, so trust your intuitive guidance and gauge where you are on your spiritual journey. At least for me and my last year's major lesson, I would say that this is definitely true. I think that oftentimes we have a hard time of accepting our reality, and then, it becomes a cross to bear. But I believe that 2024 is going to allow us to keep that in the past, and no longer accepting denial, but the truth. The truth will set you free. Okay, last year's biggest achievement is card number 2. So this is a good card, and it's upright. So this is the 7 of Cups. Initially, right off the cuff, I'm like, I like this card. It's got blue. Blue is calm. Blue is cool. I like cups. I like all the things that are in the cups. Looks like there's a variety happening here, and it looks like, it's up in the clouds, which means that these are just like possibilities to obtain. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Just make sure you understand your choices and have a solid plan before you act on your emotions. I don't know what could be more true. And I say that because I am a very emotional person, and I don't always think through things before I do them. I'm just going to be completely honest there. So it's saying here, a figure marvels at the 7 cups that appear, merging from the clouds. Much like the Ace of Cups and the 4 of Cups, these gifts are from the divine. Each cup contains a different dream, including wealth, victory. The figure must carefully consider the cost of these dreams and what it would be to be real. This is my achievement because I've been able to kind of see things out, and maybe it's working, maybe it's not. But I feel like that's growth at the end of the day, because you can see what's working and what you're attracted to and XYZ. Which cup do you want to focus on? If you meditate and look within, your intuition will lead you toward what is most resonant as you consider all possibilities. Interesting. Let's go on to what you let go of last year. Oh, the Page of Cups. Cute little gesture, ain't he? And look, he's got a little fish in his cup. Like, hey man, what's happening? I actually really like this card. This card reminds me of my husband, but I'm not getting rid of him. I also feel like it kind of signifies like playfulness, it kind of unlocking your inner child. But let's take a closer look at the Page of Cups. So far, we're on to a cup start. The messenger of love brings good news. Be open to new emotional experiences. The Page of Cups is grounded in his identity and feels free to express himself. This card signals emotional intelligence and messages in your life that praise you for actively expressing your feelings. The page could represent another person, or he could be you. Regardless, open yourself up to receiving messages from unexpected sources, including your own intuition. It's a wonderful card because it is relating to getting in touch with your inner self and all of those things. But I feel like, if we play too hard, we all know what happens when we play too hard. Okay, Lukey, you gotta get up. Because we gotta see what to expect this year. More cups. I don't know how I feel about this, Lukey. How do you feel about more cups? I thought we were gonna get rid of the cups. This is also the moon. We had drawn the moon earlier and it was reversed, and now this is reversed, and I just interesting. Let's take a look at what it looks like not reversed. There's a man on a journey. Looks like he's turned away from the cups, so maybe there is some truth to turning down to turn up. Who knows? Let's take a look in our handy dandy book. Never settle for good enough. The best option awaits when you seek it. So it's reversed, and that is hanging on and avoiding change. The reverse Eight of Cups in your reading can serve as a gentle reminder that you've stayed in a relationship, job, situation longer than necessary. Perhaps you fear change, but now is the time to walk away. There's something better for you, so trust in the unknown. I've actually pulled this card a handful of times this year, and I don't know what to make of it other than I need to change something. I do want to point out the numerology is 8. Favorite number is 8. You also have to consider that we had the 7 of Cups plus the Page of Cups, which equals 8. I'm not here to interpret this for you, but I am here to help you interpret what I believe is happening in this reading. Card 5. This year's biggest challenge is the 5 of Wands. Ah, hell. Competition! Lots of wands. I don't know if I like that. I hate conflict. I am a harmonious person. That is why I'm reading tarot cards. But let us continue. The difference between rivalry and healthy competition asks you to work on your ego in a productive way. The 5 of Wands often shows up when you are steeped in conflict or disagreement and asks you to consider how you handle yourself in these situations. When dealing with others who have strong opinions, know that your point of view is also important. Don't be afraid to ruffle a few feathers in your quest for a successful outcome. So again, I am a very harmonious person. I do not like conflict. I will avoid it at any point, and yet I feel like every situation in my life has been pushing me to be a little bit more assertive. So, heard, tarot, heard. No kicking. No kicking. Do you want to read the next card? The next card. This year's theme. Oh, baby. Let's see what this year's theme might be. Kind of afraid to flip this one over. Here we go. More wands. We went through cups, and now we're going through the wands. Patterns and nature. It's not like a terrible card, and I wouldn't say that the previous one was also terrible. Like they're not bad, but they're not great, right? And I guess I say that because we still have the blue. It's not like dark red or like anything that kind of makes you feel uncomfortable. This card doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. He looks a little uncomfortable, but like the card itself, the colors, just like exudes a little bit of conflict, but nothing super serious. Let's talk about the wands. An easy way of remembering that wands are associated with creation, drive, and action is to think of the phrase, waving a magic wand to make something happen appear instantly. Remembering that wands are a powerful tool of creation will help you learn about this suit quickly and easily. So here we have the Seven of Wands. Oh gosh, this is defensiveness and assertiveness. This year's theme, Seven of Wands here, y'all. Taking a stand for your beliefs is a necessary part of asserting yourself in the pursuit of your goals. You can handle whatever life throws at you. The Seven of Wands deals with unforeseen challenges and obstacles that arise in your path, asking you to be assertive and strategic rather than acting defensive on your hard work and reputation. Going back to that emotional card, we were talking about emotions with the Page of Cups, right? And acting on our emotions versus logically thinking about things. So that's what this card is telling us to do. Be courageous in the face of adversity, and listening to your intuition is the best way to handle pressure and increase your success. Maintain an objective stance, focus on the facts, and work towards a solution. Ooh, okay. This is our theme for next year, is to not necessarily be defensive, but be assertive and be pragmatic and not necessarily emotional in nature, but, strategic. And all right, let's move on. Advice for this year. The King of Wands. What is up, y'all? We just got 3 cups. I'm sorry, we got 3 cups. Now we got 3 wands and a major arcana. Sheesh. Look at his little lizard. You guys like his cloak? The yellow, I feel like, somehow or another signifies some kind of wealth. Plus, he has a crown. Who doesn't respect a king? So I'm liking this card. Let's see what the King of Wands has to say. He is power and authority. Healthy masculine energy of confidence, loyalty, and leadership while taking action from a place of stability and integrity are upheld with the King of Wands. Okay, so this may represent a person who embodies the qualities of leadership, authority, stability, and calm in the face of adversity. Or this card may be asking you to step into an authoritative area in your life. Notice how you react around others who display these characteristics. The king is seated on his throne featuring lions and salamanders, symbolic of strength and protection. Looking off into the distance, he may appear to be ready to jump into action at any moment with a live salamander at his side. Although the King of Wands has experienced plenty of activity, he knows how to delegate tasks and reserve his energy. I feel like that's me. I feel like it's asking me to be authoritative, especially because everything else is kind of telling me to be assertive, not emotional, and be a go-getter. I can get down with that. All right, let's move on. Transition from last year to this one. The transitional card. So this is my 2023 card to 2024, and maybe this is your card too if you feel like this reading was for you as well. The Pentacles. It's also upside down. So we have 7 cups, a Page of Cups, 8 cups, 7 wands, 5 wands, the King of Wands. Now we have 10 pentacles. So let's see. The pentacles, typically speaking, are symbolic of money or like spiritual wealth. This numerology in general is just very interesting to me. But let's take a look at what the 10 of Pentacles is saying here. So it was reversed, and I do have to talk about that. But the upright meanings is wealth, family, and inheritance. The reverse 10 of Pentacles can represent a challenging time within a family. You may feel controlled by the expectations of your parents, siblings, or partner and want to break away and forge your own path. This reversal may even represent a fear of moving to the next level once a place of comfort has been reached, despite your intuition telling you it's time for change. This encompasses all that life might be. And this is very interesting to me because I work for my family business. And it is challenging because I am just like my family, and I'm sure they would say the exact same thing. And is it rewarding? Absolutely. It's been a completely different challenge than like the everyday 9 to 5 kind of corporate position that I'm typically used to being in. This card is very interesting to me, and I do see it as a transitional step because I would love to continue to help out. And I also think that I need to see what else the future has to offer. I feel like, yeah, of course you could do two things at one time. Full synopsis here. Possibilities are endless. How you carry yourself is everything. Being assertive rather than emotional is always the way to go. And looking for opportunities in the future is just going to help you grow as a human and as an individual and help you have a 2024 year. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, shameless plug, and subscribe if you want to. Hopefully I will be posting more of these, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, I am no expert by any means. I never did say that I was, but hope that you enjoy and hope you have a wonderful 2024. See ya.